Welcome back. A number of spiritual groups are gearing up to celebrate International Unity Day this week. Joining me to discuss the event are the founders, Yitzhar Haas and Naomi Ba'abad. Thank you both for joining me. I want to start with you, Yitzhar. Tell me a little bit about how this event started and why you're calling it, a day of oneness or unity.
So first of all, the event started a year ago. We had the first one in the Sea of Galilee by Bet Gavriel. Naomi came with the idea many years ago, and the idea is to meet around the things that we agree about them. There's many things which separate us, but there's so much things that we're all sons of God, we're all human beings, we all love more or less the same things. Let's meet on the things that unify us. This is the idea.
And Naomi, this is about really bringing together not just Jews who have different opinions, because we know there's a lot of them, but Christians, Muslims into the fold.
Yeah, our novelty is, first of all, it's an Israeli startup, that we're coming over. And what we feel is that our novelty is that not only Israel is responsible for one another, but all the human race. And this is something new that we are bringing. And we are bringing a new vibration of love also to the Mount of Zion, because on one hand it's very important to billions and billions of people, but at the same time the mountain is craving for love, for reconciliation, for peace, for healing. And that's what we are trying to bring this day.
Right, and moving the event this year to Jerusalem, Mount Zion close by, that is a flashpoint really for a lot of conflict and violence here. I'm assuming that was part of the choice, in a sense, to try to redeem that area.
First of all, the choice is Jerusalem. Look, let's face it, we all love Jerusalem. The Arabs love Jerusalem, the Christians love Jerusalem, the Jews, even other nations. We love Jerusalem. So this is, First of all, love unify us. Then Mount Zion, and I really beg the people to come there. It's a marvelous place. The ceiling between Mount Zion and heaven is a bit thinner. Right. It's full of poets. There's King David in the middle, the Last Supper room, a mosque. But beside that, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. We're doing it in the time of Slichot, in the time of the Yamim HaNoraim, before Yom Kippur. I think forgiveness is something that unifies all nations and all human beings. And we get a lot of support from all the local people, the local religious people and religious groups in Mount Zion, and it's going to be wonderful. It's a day of unity.
That's interesting. So Slichot, of course, are those penitential prayers that Jews begin saying through, before Rosh Hashanah, through leading up to Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. It's a particularly powerful time. It's interesting that at that moment, you'll be also inviting other faiths to join you on Mount Zion.
Because it is said that from Zion will come a new Torah, a new understanding, and from the heart of Jerusalem. And what we are bringing something new, and the idea is new that, may I tell you a little story, that 3,300 years ago, God intended to give us something new that could have changed the whole world. He wanted to give us the first tablets, the tablets of happiness. But unfortunately, we were not ready for it. So we received the no tablets. Don't kill, don't steal, with a lot of no. We didn't receive the yes tablets. And what we are going to do on Mount Sinai, to give a glimpse, a taste of what could have happened. And we are now ready for love and unity, which we were not ready 3,000 years ago. So this will be a magical event. It will be something new that have not been here for 3,300 years.
And Yitzhar, how are you reaching out to the various communities that you want to be a part of this, whether that's Jewish communities or Muslim communities or Christians? Is it on Facebook? Is it on social media? Are you...
You can find on Facebook Day of Unity, Yom HaAchdut, and you can just come to Mount Zion. I always say that Mount Zion is open 24/7, and you can just come there, and there will be various of workshops, from workshops of not look spiritual at all, like dance, to very spiritual workshop. you can come. There will be an event in the beginning of singing from the heart. We will all sing from our heart. And then there will be many workshops that you can choose, and then there will be another event of Shira Mekudeshet, holy singing. Holy singing. You can also find Na'mi Ba'abad on Facebook or Izhar Has on Facebook. There's a very big group of, it's called Mechadshei Brit Halev. How would you translate it, Mechadshei Brit Halev?
Renewing the alliance
the covenant
of the heart, something like that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of spiritual leaders and spiritual groups. We're not doing it by ourselves. And you can just come. You know, I think the idea is to come without a group. Come as you are.
It's very important to emphasize also that what we do is transcend nations and religions. We don't talk about religions. We are talking about people, about human beings. And when we are trying to connect the hearts of all people. So we don't mention the idea of religion. There is something that is higher than religion, that is beyond nationality. And also it's very important to us to remember that though we speak about unity, we emphasize the uniqueness of each person and the contribution, and we see the uniqueness as a bonus, as a gift, as a talent, that this unique person will contribute to the whole.
Right.
So we come with a different agenda, you know, if you can.
I would say that your conference or your Day of Unity is coming at a time when some would argue Israel needs it more than ever.
Yes,
We've just come out of a very divisive election campaign where different minorities were demonized to one extent or another, whether religious, secular. And the question I have, Yitzhar, for you is, you know, can Israelis really buy into this idea of unity today?
I'm sure. I think every baby, every grown-up grandfather, every man and every woman know the feeling of unity inside. The name of Jerusalem is Lev HaOlam. It's the heart of the world. And everybody have a heart. And I think, okay, we talk, this is different than me, and we all have ego. We're not angels. But I think we forgot, and now we remember back, the feeling of unity. There's so many things that unify. Look, everybody in the election wanted good for their side. The idea is that there's no sides anymore.
Right, I mean, it looks like Israel's moving towards a unity government, so this is in sync politically.
We started it 2 years ago already with the idea, and if you remember, peace was the aspiration of everyone. Everyone talked about peace. Today, peace is not enough. We want more, but unity is a riddle. It's something that we have to solve. How I create a unity within myself and how I do it with my fellow people, with my country and the world at large. We have to solve it.
We're going to leave on that uplifting note. Thank you so much, Naomi and Yitzhar, for joining me.
Come.